Hello Scorpio, welcome, it's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. I hope you're all well wherever you are. This is your reading for the 7th through to the 14th of February 2022, or thereabouts. It could resonate a little bit beyond that time. It's a general reading, Scorpio, so it won't resonate with everybody, but it certainly will with some. So please take what resonates with you, Scorpio. Leave the rest behind, it'll be for somebody else at this time. Alright, so let's have a look. We'll just get a couple of overall energies to start your reading off, using the Oracle of Visions. So what do we have for Scorpio at this time, 7th to the 14th of February 2022? What's important for Scorpio to consider at this time? Remember, we all have free will, Scorpio, so these readings are really just the universal energies consideration, and just something that the universe wants you to know. Your spirit guides, your angels, it's what they want you to think about and consider at this time. What you do with the information, Scorpio, is completely up to yourself. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so number 27, this talks about attraction, magnetism, infatuation. Alright, so we'll see where that's going. We'll just put that to one side. And number 20, which talks about belief, having faith, possibly blind faith. We see the man with his blindfold, and it's almost like he's got a blind faith with a situation. But this is having total faith with something. Total belief, total faith. Alright, let's see then. So we'll get into the tarot now. So what do we have for Scorpio, please? 7th through to the 14th of February 2022. What does Scorpio need to consider at this time? From a universal perspective, of course. Alright, so we have the heart of your reading, the root of the matter, past influences, what's on your mind at the moment, the future going forward, and then something else your guides would like to say to you at this time that they feel is important. Alright, at the bottom of the deck we have the Ace of Swords, and this is talking about taking action, grasping the nettle. Could be about making a firm decision, but it's also about cutting away what's no longer serving you, cutting away the dark clouds so the sunshine can come through. It's that sort of an energy. Alright, so let's see. We'll just put that to one side. The aces in tarot are very much about new beginnings, new opportunities, but of course the element has to be considered also. So with the Ace of Cups, it could be talking about new relationships, new love, or a deepening of a current love. The swords are about communication, the mind, what we think, you know, thinking things through, and communicating that. And of course, so the Ace of Swords is very much about something at the beginning, new ideas and new thought processes. But it all can also be about taking the sword out of its sheath and doing something decisive, you know, whether it's action or whether it's communication. Okay, we get some clarifiers now. So it could be clarify all of the cards on the table, please, for Scorpio. Clarify all of the cards on the table for Scorpio, please. Too many. And at the bottom of the deck we have the strength energy. This is a Leo energy. But this is talking about drawing on your inner strength, being strong. A situation there you need to be strong here, Scorpio. We can see, you know, your gentle side is very dominant, very caring, nurturing. Then you've got the heart pendant here around your neck. But there's no weakness here because you've got the lion, the inner strength there. So there's a situation that is needing you to call on your inner strength. So let's see if we can get to the bottom of this here. Okay, we have the Three of Pentacles and we have the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups is very much, but this is about a close relationship for some of you. A close, perhaps a twin flame relationship here. But the lead card, the Three of Pentacles, this is working on something new. Being very focused, putting the finishing touches to something that you've been working on, and it's to do with a relationship. And the root of the matter is the Chariot and the Ace of Pentacles. So at the root of this situation, the Chariot, this is when things were ready to get going. The Chariot in its purest sense is very much about things moving forward quickly, taking control. But here with this depiction, you can see there's no horses. The blocks are in front of the wheel, so it can't go anywhere. There's no reins. And the young woman is looking a little bit, she's a bit preoccupied, looking elsewhere. So I feel at the root of this, things were ready. There were lots ready for action, for going forward. But there was some form of a delay. Things weren't ready. And it's to do with an opportunity, a new opportunity, offering of, to do with finances. Money, work, career, that sort of an area. But a gift being given. Something coming in, some opportunity, new financial opportunity or work opportunity here. Or investment or inheritance. That was coming in, but there was a delay. I feel there was a delay. Either delay in accepting or considering this offer, or it was the delay with it coming in. So this is at the root of the situation. So what are the past influences? Well, in the past we've got the Five of Wands and we've got the Four of Pentacles. And the Five of Wands, this is disagreement, discord, differing opinions, different perspectives, not being able to agree on a situation. And it's to do with the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles is keeping something close to your chest, hiding something from others, perhaps protecting something from others. It could be to do with finances again, you know, keeping your money or your finance situation away from others, but holding on to something, holding something back perhaps. So that's what the discord was about. Holding on to something, keeping something away, keeping something close to your chest. And it's something that led on to putting the finishing touches to something that you've been working very hard on to do, and it's to do with a relationship. So what's on your mind at the moment? What are you thinking about? Okay, Scorpio. Well, we've got the Emperor and we've got the Devil energy. And you're thinking about somebody who has got power, control, authority, but they have also got a Devil energy. This is an obsessive, addictive energy. Somebody who likes to call the shots, if you like. He likes to draw you in. He, she, it's not gender specific. draw you in and have you, he wants to be the puppet master and you're the puppet hanging on strings on the end of his fingers here. So he wants to be in control. So this is, you're thinking about somebody who likes to be in control. That's part of their personality. But this is a very alluring energy. This is somebody who's very, this is there's lots of temptation in this energy. It's very attractive, but it draws you in and then gets you hooked. This is what you're thinking about, Scorpio. Remember, this reading isn't for everybody, but it's the energies that are honing in on a storyline here. Because yes, we've already had at the beginning, there's a blind faith here, and it's to do with some form of attraction, magnetism, infatuation. All right, going forward, we have the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Cups. The Seven of Swords, this is the thief in the night energy, deceptive energy. Somebody taking something that doesn't belong to them, or wanting to take something that doesn't belong to them, and there's, you know, this thief in the night is somewhere he shouldn't be. So he's grasped a handful of swords that don't belong to him, but he's even looking back at the two that have dropped and that are left behind. So this is a very self-serving, deceptive energy here. All of the cards have layers of meaning. The other meaning of this card could be referring to yourself perhaps having to grasp what you can and move on and leave a situation, perhaps leaving furtively, leaving in the dead of night. It's that sort of an energy. And I say that because we have the Eight of Cups, and this is leaving a situation, moving on from a situation that has been meaningful in the past but no longer serves you. So you need to move on and look for your ninth cup, and the ninth cup is your wish fulfillment. So moving on to something better. And it could be, for some of you, having to do that a bit sneakily perhaps, without letting others know. That's just for somebody, I feel. For others of you, it's walking away from a deceptive energy. So what would your guides like to say to you, Scorpio? Well, we have the Ten of Wands and the Page of Wands. So we've got Wands energies that have come through now as advice for you. Now, the Ten of Wands, this is when you've been carrying a heavy burden, a lot of responsibility, and it's been weighing you down. But when the 10 comes forward, 10 in tarot is about completion. So what your guides want to say to you is you're going to be dropping these wands very soon. You're going to be dropping this burden that's been weighing you down. And it's going to bring in a brand new opportunity, new beginnings, new creative opportunities that's going to make you jump for joy. You know, that's going to be exhilarating, that's going to bring in movement and change. And so it's going to be information coming in about this opportunity that's going to help you drop this burden that you've been carrying, Scorpio. And I feel the burden is most likely to do with the Emperor and Devil energy here. And of course with the Ace of Swords, grasping the nettle now, grasping the sword, cutting away that which is not serving you any longer now, and that heading towards victory and success. Fantastic. But you've got to be strong here, Scorpio. There's a need to draw on your inner strength, and you will do. But this Devil energy is very attractive and very alluring. and you have had blind faith, because he's an emperor energy who comes forward with power, control, authority, possibly even stability, but it's a devil energy, it's an addictive energy. So just very quickly, yes, so you're working on putting the final touches to something you've been working on to do with this relationship. At the root of it is something coming to a standstill to do with money coming in, or an inheritance, or a gift, something being offered, but it came to a standstill. All right, there was no movement there. And in the past, yes, there was differing of opinion, conflict, disagreement to do with something that needed protecting and needing to be held on to and protected. And yes, thinking about these, the Emperor and the Devil energy here, that's on your mind. It's all linked in here. And then going forward, either having to, not let anybody know that you're going to be moving on in some capacity, whether it's mentally, emotionally, physically, or all three. For others of you, it's walking away from a deceptive energy, a self-serving energy. And then your guides want to say yes, and that's going to help you. There's going to be some form of a new opportunity. There's going to be a very creative, passionate opportunity coming in, and that's going to help you to drop this burden that you've been carrying. Going to help you move on, Scorpio. All right, so we have two final messages for Scorpio, please, to conclude this reading. Two final messages for Scorpio, please, to conclude this reading. Two final messages. I'll do that again. Alright, Scorpio, we have rejuvenating rain, so clear the past and heal the present, and I feel that links in beautifully with the rest of the cards on the table for you. I need to clear the past, move on, and that's going to heal your present. And then the view from above, so stand back, come away from the ins and outs, the minute-to-minute minutiae that can keep us clogged. You know that we can't see things clearly. So stand back so you can get a bigger picture here. Try to stand back from the situation and look at things through different eyes, if you like, to see the whole picture, not just little bits of it. Sometimes that's what we have to do to get a good view of what's going on. We can get drawn in, particularly if there's devil energies around. We can get just sucked into all of that, but we need to stand back and look at it from perhaps a third-party perspective with different eyes to get the big picture of what's going on here, Scorpio. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope whoever this was for, and it won't be for everybody, but whoever it was for, I hope you can recognise your situation here, and that the reading has given you some form of clarity and support with your situation. We all have free will, of course, so what you do with this information, Scorpio, is completely up to you. But this is just the universe's perspective on your situation. All right, for consideration. So good luck going forward, and until next time, bye bye for now.